So, I'm Leigh Pierce. Hi. I'm a key account sales manager with IngramSpark. Such a pleasure to be here with you today. And then also here's my wonderful co-host, Mollie.
Mollie Brooks or Bolin, doesn't matter. I just got married and I still don't know which last name to go by. So either or. But yeah, also key account sales manager at IngramSpark here with Leigh. So glad that you tuned in today's episode. And what are we going to be talking about today?
So today we are going to talk about series names and numbers, which sound like something you don't really need to know about, but I'm promising you it's super important. We have amazing content for you today, including a chance to have your title be updated live in our next episode. Please make sure that you leave questions to the end. We are going to talk about it. There will be a lovely little slide that pokes up and says Q&A. We would love to answer your questions, but at that time. So hold on to those. And keep in mind, we're not going to answer account-specific questions. It's just going to be general. If you do have account-specific questions, I would definitely reach out to IngramSpark support at ingramcontent.com. I had to think, what was the name? All right, make sure that you take notes because at the end of this episode, we will have our lovely giveaway and you could win some awesome swag.
You know, we've never heard back from anyone that we've done a giveaway. Have you heard? Has anyone heard back?
I don't know. We'll have to look into that because I know we sent it. So,
I might as well
without further ado, let's talk about today's big topic, series name and numbers. Okay, so let's get started. I gotta get to the right slide. Ha! Why does series metadata matter?
This is short and sweet, everyone. Leigh and I, we were laughing. We were like, this may not be the full 30 minutes because it's kind of cut and dry, right? But we did feel it deserved its own episode because it is extremely important. So why series metadata matters. So what we're talking about is not on the cover of on the back of your book in the description that says, first book in XYZ series. We're talking about actually putting the series name and the number in the actual metadata of your book. And remember, you can click into your titles on your IngramSpark account and then all of the metadata is going to be listed there. So this is where you can go and make those changes. So why it matters. Bookstores are they're not reading the back of your cover and seeing, oh, they mentioned this is the second book in a series. No, they're going based off the metadata. So you want to make sure that you have the series name and the number in the metadata so that it's getting sorted correctly, right? Getting listed correctly. Automated recommendations are showing up. So, for example, you're shopping on barnesandnoble.com and you're purchasing the first book in a series, you want to make sure your series name and number is in your metadata so that below that listing it's saying next in series or it's tying them together, right? It's leading the reader to the next book.
Oh, and I just want to add, when bookstores and our distribution partners go online to decide on which books they're going to pick up, they need to know if a book is in a series, if there's going to be more investment. But also their systems are electronic as well. And so if the metadata is not in that system, it's possibly not going to get categorized correctly. It's not going to end up on the shelf next to its other books and series. So this is very important, and you want to make sure that when you add that series information, it's exactly the same across the series. If you miss an article, if the word is 2 words instead of one time and 1 word the next, it's not going to join up together, and that's going to make it difficult for the buyers and for your readers to know which books are in the series and if they're going to make that long commitment of getting into a series or if that's not something they want to get into.
And then, without the series name and number too, it looks like the book is standalone, right? Mm-hmm. Like I said, bookstores aren't reading the back cover really and, saying, oh, this is a series. You need to make sure it's included in that data so that it's not being sold as a standalone and making sure it's categorized correctly. So
then let's...
Short and sweet, I told y'all.
Yeah, super easy. So then let's go look at some real world examples. So This is a title by Stacia Stark. She has her series name and the number in the metadata in her IngramSpark account.
And this is on her IngramSpark account. When she clicks on the title, this is where it takes you, right? So you can see the spot for the series name and the series number.
So when you go look into your books, it's going to look very similar. So the reason that you want to put this information there is because it shows up on our partner websites. So top one there is Barnes & Noble. It's listed as the series and the number in it. And then you see down below on Amazon, that series information is very prompt.
It tells you right there, book 1 of 1. If that series information wasn't there, it would say nothing about a series, and you would think it's a standalone, right?
Yeah. And I think there's a way to minimize the chat so that you can see some things. We're not able to move the slides around, but sorry. The important thing is the information that you put in your IngramSpark account does go forward into these other partner accounts, or I'm sorry, not partner accounts, retail websites. And so that information does show up there and is essential to categorizing and putting your books together. Okay. So then...
And then at the bottom too, it shows again, book 1 of 1.
Yes.
On there.
So then let's go into some Spark Notes. Don't put your book numbers in your title.
Okay, ever since working here, now that's my biggest pet peeve. And now when I'm like picking on a book and I see it, I'm like, nope, not doing, because I know her.
Yeah, if you put your book number in your title, people will know automatically that you are self-published. It will automatically look a little bit lower quality. Don't do it. The series information is where that information belongs. We said a similar thing before in a previous episode about keywords. You know, using the tropes, using the items that should be in your keywords, that's where that belongs. Don't put that in your title. Same goes here. So...
And remember, like we've mentioned previously, all metadata is indexable, meaning you don't need to repeat those words. Like in your keywords, you don't need to put them in your title. They're already in the keywords. They're indexed right there. And then just another point too, on the previous slide, we showed you, she didn't put the series name in that title, but it showed up in parentheses on, I think this was Amazon. Because she has those series tied together in the metadata, so it automatically linked them together.
So then let's talk about changing your series name midway. This kind of goes a little bit in hand with the, you know, if you have an article versus you don't, have to be consistent all the time. They have to be the same in order to match up. So make sure that you're not changing the series name in any way. 100% don't do a full 360 and pull some other name out because no one will know that they're related. So once you choose the series name, stick with it. And always, 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 I cannot say it enough, be consistent. I'm not dramatic. We stop kicking that, Mollie.
Stop kicking it.
Gosh. So let's look at our week's example, or this month's example. This book was submitted by Caroline Crow Salmon. Thank you for your submission. For Mavis, a genuine heroine. Wait, I said that weird. Heroine. Heroine.
Heroine.
And this is why you watch Metadata Mondays. Anyway, this was our lovely submission for this month, and right now there is a series name. The series name is Mavis, which happens to coincide with the first book's title. That can be a little confusing, so it's not wrong. I'm not going to say don't have that, but just keep in mind that that could be a little confusing. But it doesn't have the number. So when we go to optimize, we would definitely want to add that number.
And I just want to go ahead and note here, I know down there you see an edition number. That is totally different, right? That is just the addition of that same title.
Yes.
That has no correlation with the series
Yes,
name or number.
you. Thank you for bringing that up. This is kind of a little segue. I'm going to count this as like a parenthesis moment. The addition should really only be if you're changing things about the book. So like if you change your cover, you can't keep the same ISBN with that because it's not the same book. If I order an ISBN ending in 62 and it has one cover and I'm expecting that cover and that cover doesn't come, I'm going to be very disappointed. So make sure that you change your ISBN if you change your cover. And then if you change anything substantially in the book, so you add new material, you change it, whatever, then you would be updating the edition, not the series. They are not the same. Okay, there's my soapbox parenthesis moment. So Mavis, or Mavis.
Sorry. Just need to go in and
it's okay, I can't pronounce it.
Update the series number.
Yeah, I would just add that number, and if that's what you want your series title to be, then make sure that you're consistent.
And yeah, so make sure you're sure.
Make sure you are sure.
Make sure you are sure.
Now say it in Spanish, it's even more fun. It's like, estoy seguro que es seguro puedo. I'm not a fluent Spanish speaker, but the point is there is a YouTube video and it's very funny. All right, so moving on. If you would like to have your title enhanced in a future episode of Metadata Monday, now is the time. You can submit that via the link in the bio. We can't guarantee that everybody will get chosen, but we would love to see your submissions and possibly consider you for our next episode, which I'll just, casually slide in, is going to be about contributor information. So,
and don't forget, we also have TDP title discovery packages in your account under Promote My Book. That's where you can actually pay to have your book's full metadata enhanced. So definitely worth checking that out.
Title Discovery Boost is the best thing I think anybody can do for promoting their title. And I'm not just saying that as a key account sales manager. I am also saying that as somebody who has talked to many authors at several different events. I've had a few people actually give interviews about how wonderful it is. There's also some author interviews, or not interviews, but testimonials on the Title Discovery page. So don't just take my word for it. Look at it. I highly recommend doing it for at least one book in your list, and just see how it goes. Plus, you can cheat, and if it's the same type of book or series, you can have them enhance one and then just kind of copy and paste. But I didn't tell you that. Okay, so now let's move forward to the favorite part, the audience question and answer. This is your chance to ask us the questions that you're dying to ask, which hopefully are related to not contributor info.
Serious
names and numbers. But if it's not, as long as it's general, we'll still consider answering it. I'm just gonna, play the Jeopardy. I need to have that queued up. The Jeopardy theme song.
That would be a good idea.
Yeah.
We should get something fun for that.
Yeah, you're right. We should have something more fun.
Like a wheel. We should get a wheel. We can spin it.
Wheel of Fortune! Okay, so while we're waiting to see if anybody has a question to answer, I do want to say that we do have a prize wheel that we take to certain events, and I got to take it to IBPA, and it was a lot of fun to just spin that wheel and see what prize you win. Everybody wanted the 5 free books, but we had some pretty cool keychains and stuff too.
Well, I guess no one has questions. I did tell you guys it was pretty cut and dry today.
Yeah, no questions. That's okay. You can always submit questions through our DM. You can reach out to IngramSpark support at ingramcontent.com. There's also the IngramSpark Connect that you can take advantage of. So you can
reach us.
You can reach us
in multiple ways.
You just can't really call us. But I didn't say that. Some people, I don't know. Anyway, moving on.
And please don't show up at the building.
Please don't show up at the building. That is kind of a scary moment. All right. Oh, wait. When you update your book, do you have to get a new copyright? I am not a copyright expert, so I am not sure about that one. But I did hear once that you could mail your book to yourself and that would count as a copyright. I don't think that's legit, but the things you hear. So I would research that one, self-care. and see what you find. When you find an answer, share that with us because I'd like to know. Hey, thanks for jumping in there, John.
So, yeah.
He says that he doesn't think so, and he kind of knows some things, so I would believe him. All right, so to the giveaway.
All right.
You want to ask the first question?
The first question. Okay, why does series metadata matter?
That's a good question. Task left. How about we answer Mollie's question first, and then I'll come back to yours. So, will you repeat the question again for us?
Oh yeah, why does series metadata matter?
Just give us one reason.
I can't stop thinking about the copyright.
I know, right?
Why does series metadata matter?
Hi, Cheyenne.
Thanks.
So people can find your book. Okay, self-care, that's sort of right. Can you be a little more specific? Because that answer would be more like, why does metadata matter? Also, I see some people requesting to be in our live. I'm going to assume that was an accident, but we're not going to say yeah. And I mean that in the most sweet and charming way possible. It is nothing against you.
Just
to make it optimized and available in the U.S. Congress Library. Not exactly. That would be a Library of Congress control number, but I see your brain working there.
Why is series metadata, why does it matter?
Maybe because it links certain things. I don't know. You know what, Taz? I'm going to take that and all over the online stores to show at top to relevant people. I'm going to assume that means with the related titles.
Okay.
And how it shows them which titles are related and should go. So I'm going to count that as a win. Thank you, Task Left 45. If you would please send us a DM with your name, your street address. We cannot take post office boxes. Send that our way and we will give you our lovely sweet tote. I think it's a tote. It's swag.
Should we do one more?
Yeah, we should do another.
Okay, let's do one more.
Here is one more that I think is pretty easy. Can you name a topic of a previous Metadata Monday episode? What else have we talked about?
We've done most.
Most of the metadata. Yeah, we're coming to the end of the year.
So
we're coming to the end of the stuff. You know, I'm just going to throw this out for the giggles. If there's something that you would like to know more about, that you think you would like for us to do a show about, or just, one live for, I don't know, it could be a whole thing. If there's anything you'd like to see or know more about, drop that in the comments or send us a DM too, okay? Hopefully our social media manager isn't going to kill me for asking that. Oh, I have just been informed that we have a blog post on our IngramSpark blog that has 10 things every writer should know about copyright. So
I'm gonna go read it after this.
All right. I'm just like,
you should go read it after this. Self-care, right?
Self-care, yeah. Self-care. Swank asked that question, so go read that blog post. And while we are waiting for some answers, did we get answers?
No, I don't.
Not yet.
Anyone knows.
What else have we talked about in Metadata Mondays? We've had a lot of episodes. This is episode what? 7? I don't know.
Okay. Well, maybe
While
we
we're
should
waiting-
end it with the catalog integrity.
Yeah, you have to answer the catalog question. Thank you. I think it was.
Okay, that's
All right. The question
feeling
was, what are the best 3 tips to avoid catalog integrity notice? Okay, so our catalog integrity team is really just trying to keep our catalog's integrity. I mean,
protect,
protect their job is to protect it. And so ultimately they're looking for anything that is going to threaten that. And so if that's copyright infringement, if that's your book sounds a whole lot like another book that was published from Big Five, if it's your
too many blank spaces.
Too many blank spaces. We get some bad actors sometimes who will upload so many books in a day, and it's just rapid fire, and it's just filling the catalog with, blank content or mass-produced content or stuff that isn't actually great. And so while we don't censor, we are responsible for making sure that our partners can trust the quality of the books that we are providing to them. So in order to avoid catalog integrity notice, avoid titles that are taken by Big Five publishers and beyond. Don't upload blank books like journals, things like that. We're pretty against that. If you want to upload a journal, we're not saying don't do it, but it needs to be like a guided type of journal. And so if your book has the word like journal in the title, it's probably going to get flagged as something to look at. That's not bad. It just means we need to look at it. And so those would be my tips. You got anything to add for that?
No. I feel like I'm trying to think of why so many of my publishers have ever gone.
Yeah, it's usually that, or sometimes it's because you're using an ISBN that belongs to somebody else, and so the imprints don't match up, and that can be a problem. So other than that, there's a list of guidelines that they will send you, and try not to be against any of those is what I would say. So last time, I'm going to throw the question out for a giveaway. What is a topic that we've talked about in another Metadata Monday episode? Is anybody going to answer that for some sweet swag? You can throw a shot in the dark for this, y'all. Just name things that are metadata. How many books are you allowed to upload in a year? Is there any limit? If it makes sense, there's not really a limit. Yeah. If you're throwing up hundreds of books and they're questionable, probably not. But I've got some authors who are putting up, or some publishers who are doing, 50 or more titles a year.
Yeah, it's all about, just quality content. Mm-hmm. So.
I mean, you could probably get away with doing one a day if you wanted to. So.
Okay, well, apparently no one watches us.
Yeah.
So no one knows.
At least none of the 3 watchers on here. Guys.
Task left, you are a winner, right?
Yes.
Email us your mailing address or DM us your mailing address.
Do we do graphic support? So, technically, sort of. If you do it through the book building tool, then we might be able to help you a little bit there, but ultimately it's kind of on you.
They do. Do we have experts? Do we have graphics experts?
That is what I'm saying, Taz. But we do work with publishers who have multiple authors, and so you can kind of get away with it then. What were you saying?
I was going to mention for the graphics, our experts page. We have illustrators, and I don't know what sort of graphics they need, but.
Yeah, no, we don't have a graphic specialist that would be able to help you with that, with your files, because we expect print-ready files. So that would be something you would want to take care of on your own via a freelancer or via a service provider. So yeah. All right, well, I'm just going to throw it out there. If you wanted to throw the name of one of our past episodes, our social media manager might be forgiving and let you win if you post it in the comments. So for anybody who joins us after the fact, you may still have a chance to win. So thank you everybody for coming. There is a landing page to submit. So if you want to have your book featured in the next episode, please submit there. Go check out the title discovery packages through the promotions tab in your account. Words are hard. Tune in next month for another episode of Metadata Mondays with Mollie and me.
For contributor information.
Yes, contributor information.
That's what we're talking about.
All right. Bye, y'all.
Bye.